right. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Fate of the Ocean. I am Matt, your voice in the sky, because I'm not on camera. It's all about the players this time, and we're gonna just go right for it. So, Bailey, you see a huge Gripply push a gangplank over the edge of a three-masted ship, slamming it to the dock before wandering down and towards the stevedore. A little worse for the wear, it's a pretty stunning galleon. Dyed green wood is carved into an open-mouthed frog bearing a scimitar and a pistol for a figurehead. Deep ebony planks make up the hull with carefully painted diamonds decorating the edge. The ship bobs slightly, a backwash wave pushing it out to the ocean. The gangplank dropping into the water with a heavy glug. No one runs to the side, though. None on the dock bat an eye as the ship creeps further away with each passing moment. A familiar sensation creeps in as memories surface. Acrobatic maneuvers flinging through the rigging of a ship not unlike this one. You see yourself standing at the helm, or someone who looks very much like you, and you become certain of one thing. You're gonna steal this ship. So thank you. Go ahead.
You go. No, you go.
Thank you to everybody for hopping in today. We're going to kick off with player and character introductions. Starting in alphabetical order, because that's the easiest way I'm going to remember. So, Candace.
I'm on mute. That's how you know it's a good show. When I'm accidentally muted when I'm talking. My name is Candace, also known as Candace the Magnificent. My pronouns are they, she. I am playing Zora Bloodfang, a half-orc. Also uses they, she pronouns. Zora is 6'5", muscle, heavy muscle, beautiful, kind of medium to light green skin, heavily tattooed, long, kinky, curly copper hair that she usually keeps up in a braid, shaved sides. She is very surly and tries to be helpful, but usually isn't, unless, of course, she wants something smashed or punched, because she's our house barbarian. So, yeah, if you have any questions about Zora, throw them in the chat. Am I supposed to say anything else? Was there more detail?
No, you're good.
Okay.
And that brings us to Dylan.
Oh, hello. Hi, I'm Dylan, or Super Dylan. She, he, they pronouns for me. And I'm going to be playing Nick. Nick, she, her, is a elf swashbuckler. Keeps the lower half of her face covered most of the time, wearing some traditional looking pirate garb. Yeah, that's... she's a little prickly. That's about it.
All right, Luna.
Oh, that's me. I am Luna. I'm playing Nanette. Nanette is a well, she is a little on the older side, and she's back to adventure some more. She is she's got a history of running a tavern, and decided that after doing that for 15, 20 years or so, she's ready to get back out there and find her fortune, or make some friends and bake cookies, and who knows. But she's roughly about 70, so she's not exactly a young lady anymore.
I mean, that's what the ageless monk abilities are for, right?
Exactly.
All right, and Matt.
Hello, beautiful people. Hey, how's it going? My name is Matthew. I play Captain Quail on all things. I primarily, where you find me, is I GM the Adamless, which is a little sci-fi show. It's the best. I love it. I'm playing. Dylan's also on it. I'm playing Captain Bailey. Bailey is a catfolk. This it kind of lynx like face, but with the humanoid digits. No one has ever seen Bailey not a little bit beat up. Every single time you meet him, he's got like a black eye or like a new cut, a new bruise, has a limp. He is wearing this very, very nice captain's coat and like clothes that, from the looks of his physical body, you know for a fact isn't his. It gives him away immediately. If you know Bailey for like a little more just past appearances, they are consistently thinking of ways, not necessarily to fuck people over, but thinking of ways to get money and get as much score as they can for the people that decide to join them on whatever adventure they have an idea for. And that is 100% of the reason why they are always a little bit beat up. They never rest. They are always on the grind for some type of goof.
Gotta make bank, right?
And that's it. And that attitude is exactly what our story starts with, which is them looking at this ship, being like, "Oh, I'm going to steal that. That's mine now."
Ooh, you hit the right button. All right, and Najra.
Hey everyone, I'm Najra. I use any pronouns, and I'm gonna be playing Moisi, aka Z, who uses she/her pronouns. She is a human, golden skin, black wavy hair that it's a bit messy because of all of the salt, and it has a red strand, like on one of the sides. She's wearing very beachy clothes, and she's very curious about everything on the ship. So she has learned how to be a lookout. She's probably trying to learn how to navigate the ship. And she's just very excited to be here traveling because it's the first time she leaves her village. So we'll see where this trip takes her.
All right. And since I figured out how to do it after Candace went, this is Candace's character. Large and in charge on the big screen. Now, for a special moment here, we had, in expectation of this game, we had a shanty written.
Amazing.
So, for just a moment, the shanty written by Zad, you can find them
By Zad?
That's
Yeah,
Stop
yeah.
it.
Zad, I reached out and had what Zad said was a ballad, and they helped me turn it into a shanty. So, please enjoy this moment of a shanty. I will warn folks in advance. It is a full 3-minute long shanty.
Good.
If you are unprepared, go grab a drink, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Where'er open seas on the gales they may blow, way, hey, roll and go. The Hellborn she's rolling and steady she goes. Mind him or you'll sink below. Heave along bullies, ye Hellborn
Lyrics
crew.
and everything,
We'll see
that's so
the next
cool.
port as we always do. Our weather-eyed captain can
Yeah, I tried to make sure that it
never fail.
actually
The
stays
suns
with
in the
everything.
skies and the winds in our sails. We're crashing our breakers, our crew full of debts. Way, hey, roll and go. The old man's a driving us past our regrets. Mind him or you'll sink below. Heave along bullies, ye Hellborn crew. We'll see the next port as we always do. Our weather-eyed captain can never fail. The sun's in the skies and the winds in our sails. Favor repaid and a good turn done. Way, hey, roll and go. The skipper is set on the homeward run. Mind him or you'll sink below. Heave along bullies, ye Hellborn crew. We'll see the next port as we always do. Our weather-eyed captain can never fail, as the sun's in the skies and the wind's in our sails. Dark clouds arise and there's rough seas ahead. Way, hey, roll and go. Who's got redemption and who is left dead? Mind him or you'll sink below. Heave along, boys, ye Hellborn crew. We'll see the next port as we always do. Our weather-eyed captain can never fail, as the sun's in the skies and the wind's in our sails. Rain and the waves putting wet to the decks. Way, hey, roll and go. We'll all keep on sailing or all to the depths. Mind him or you'll sink below. Heave along, boys, ye Hellborn crew. We'll see the next port as we always do. Our weather-eyed captain can never fail, as the sun's in the skies and the wind's in our sails. The sea is a devil, the sea is a god. Way, hey, roll and go. Our master's found bearing where angels have trod. Mind him or you'll sink below. Heave along, bullies, ye Hellborn crew. We'll see the next port as we always do. Our weather-eyed captain can never fail, as the sun's in the skies and the wind's in our sails. Light of the morning shines, captain is true. Way, hey, roll and go. He's driven the Hellborn safely through. Mind him or you'll sink below. Heave along, bullies, ye Hellborn crew. We'll see the next port as we always do. Our weather-eyed captain can never fail, as the sun's in the skies and the wind's in our sail.
All right. So that is our opening shanty.
Obsessed with that.
Yeah, I can't tell you
Did
how many
not
times I sang that.
expect that at all.
Yeah, that was real delicious on my tongue right there. Love that shit. Give me more, please.
So, you find yourselves as Bailey, you gather up your friends and see that this ship is labeled the Hellborn and has been left unattended by its apparent Gripply owner, who may have sailed it in alone.
Okay. Are the friends this crew?
Yes.
Or
So
yeah, okay.
you have your crew and a small group of non-player characters. There are 5 folks with you outside of the party, and we can do some quick intros for them.
Let's do it.
So we have, I gotta scroll. We have Melkul. She, her is a kobold gunslinger and what you would recognize as your lead gunner, most easily notifiable by her blue scales and large cannon that she carries, because it's definitely a gun and you can't tell her otherwise. And then we have Verdut, who is they, them, a elder winter-touched human witch and quartermaster. They are just as likely to give you a whap with the staff as they are to freeze your toes in ice if you don't follow their directions or try to steal extra rations. Then we have Wasu, who is a rock dwarf hedge wizard and your navigator for all intents and purposes. Wasu is also she, her, and has about as much sailing knowledge as you do, Bailey, but is pretty certain she can point the ship in the correct direction. You have Pacer, the catfolk ranger and the ship's medic. He spends 95% of his day making sure that you are presentable enough that all the bruises are hidden. And last but not least, we have Musat, who is she, they, and she is the hobgoblin inventor, and they are actually trained as a ship's carpenter.
Beautiful. Bailey tells no one what the plan is. Just like wakes everyone up, gathers everyone. There's like a small train of people following behind them as like they may have knocked on your door with like 4 people behind them with I got a plan. It's gonna be crazy, but I got one that's gonna rule. Come. And then almost just as quick leaves. Gets all the way to the dock with everyone in tow. Okay, so I know this is mad, and I know that it might go super wrong, but I have a really, really, really good feeling about this one. Okay, you ready? Behold our ship. We're going to sail the 7 seas. We're going to take fortune for ourselves. We are going to live and die by the waves of the ocean. This is it. This is the new life. This is exactly what we've been looking for. Gang, we are now not just a bunch of rowdy nothings. We are a crew of a galleon ship. But not yet. First things first, we've got to get on it. Does anyone know how to sail?
Zora, like, raises a massive hand very slowly.
Sure, I knew I could count on you. That's the type of energy that we need today. Okay, gang. So, there was just one guy on it. One guy sailed this ship in alone. He was a gripply. He looked a little bit worse for wear, just as our beautiful new ship is. But what is worse for wear if not something to build up together? Okay, team. Are we ready? Storm the ship. Just get it off. The guards won't reach us by the time we get onto the water. I'm sure that there's some form of rations and some food, and if there's not, then we can just always stop at the next port. I mean, it's the ocean. It's abundant with water and fish. It can't be that difficult to survive out there. People do it all the time.
Can you fish?
I know people who can fish. I've fished. I've eaten fish.
But are those people here?
At this point, Nick stands up and moves up to stand with Captain Bailey, and like turns around quite irritated, looking. Oh, come on. We can all do this.
Yes!
It's not like, what, are we incapable? We can't catch a couple of fish. What are they, monsters? You have your captain's orders. Let's sail this thing.
Very excitedly, like, does like a little like cheer to themselves, and then like fucking throws their arm around Nick and give him like a fucking Bill kiss on the cheek, like, this is it. This is the energy that we need if we're going to be the most feared crew that this world has ever seen.
Whispered only to you. You're out of your damn mind. All right, crew.
Yeah, I haven't died yet.
Z's gonna like kind of like sheepishly raise her hand. It's gonna be like, I can help, but you need to all get into the ship before I do what the thing I want to do. Otherwise, you're gonna be left out.
I love a plan that starts with don't ask questions. Yeah, I'm in. Absolutely.
As you point out that everybody needs to be on the ship, Musa leans forward and is like, excuse me, but I think it's getting harder. And you see that the ship has been pushed out about 120 feet from the dock.
Oh
shit! 120 feet. Dang it. Okay.
I think the kobold is small enough to be on my back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Z is gonna turn around to look at everyone. It's like, can everyone else get into the ship? Because I can get us both there, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, so I'm gonna run all the way to like the edge of the plank or whatever structure there is.
Okay, so you're sprinting to the edge of the dock with Melkor on your back. Okay. And she will politely offer, I I can make it so the ship doesn't get too much further away, but we'd have to fix it when we get there.
How about we try not to sink it?
What's one hole or two? It might be fine.
Ships have holes all the time. They're called windows. It's aesthetic. It's fine. Come on, let's go.
No sinking the ship.
Is the original captain on this ship or not?
I'm pretty sure I watched him walk off.
You watched him walk off, but you didn't know if there's people up there.
Are the sails down? Are they up?
No,
The sails raised?
The sails are raised. You do note that the Gripply was the only one to get off the ship, and as it has steadily pushed out to the ocean, no one seems to be paying it any attention. Like, the gangplank fell in the water, and nobody batted an eye.
It doesn't seem like anyone cares. It looks like it's just ours. The sails are up. That means that they're not trying to leave anywhere. I watched one Gripply walk off. Maybe everyone's just dead inside. It's just free for the taking.
It's a free ship.
It's a free ship.
Zora like rolls her eyes really hard and just kind of like looks at all of you with like this just very exhausted look on their face. Is there a rope like hanging into the water at all?
Oh yeah, there's several. You can see where the ropes that would have tied off the ship if the Gripply had done what he was supposed to are dangling in the water. Like, they were clearly kicked off the deck, and between the deck and the dock, the Gripply got distracted.
All right, so this idiot doesn't even deserve the ship then? He didn't even like do anything right to like make sure it didn't float away. So I think that, we might be the best, keepers of this vessel moving forward.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yes.
you got a point. All right, all right,
Come
all
on.
right, all right, all
Yes.
right. I think she just dives into the water.
I was gonna say,
Sora, let's go.
as that's happening, Nanette like pulls a cookie out of her bag, starts eating it, and then just sprints towards the ship.
Nick goes to Bailey. Is like, all right, love, you want me to throw you over this time, or you got it handled?
Hey, listen, I'll never say no to a throw.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give you like a good heave ho and chuck you.
All right, so as everybody dives into the water, it's lively enough that as the waves are pushing back out to the ocean, they help you reach the boat much faster than you would think. And you're easily able to climb up the assorted rigging on the sides and whatever ropes should have been used to tie off the ship.
Z is gonna do kind of the same thing, but with a cobalt. She's gonna like make the cobalt hook on her back, and it's basically gonna create a wave, and it's gonna ride it all the way to the ship without getting wet, and just like hop top of the ship.
Fancy druid shit. That's what we're here for.
So we're here for.
All right, so everyone aboard the Hellborn. As you step onto the
Now,
deck,
is the Hellborn written somewhere on the ship?
yes, it is written above this door, just
good, good, good.
below where the tiller is.
All right, that's fine then. Bailey will be like, all right, well, we can think of a better name later, but the Hellborn will work for now.
I would like to peek above, like I'm using the rope to like pull myself along so I can get there quickly. When I
Okay.
pull myself up, I want to like look just like right in the like the little bottom edge to make sure there's no one else like milling
Okay,
about
just
that I
below the
can see.
railing.
Yeah, because if there's not, then I will enter differently than if there are people on this boat.
So, as you peek up over the edge, you see scorched wood and several boots, but no people attached to the boots. The center mast clearly needs repairs, as you can see that it was recently burned.
So like not seeing anybody, I think I just like call back, Captain, this boat's a fucking piece of shit. It's just trash, trash, trash. It's trash. There's burnt shit everywhere. There's boots here someone left. It's a bloody fucking mess. Do you want me to do something with it? And I just pull myself over and like launch onto the onboard.
I gotta tell you, Zora, I didn't hear a single word after you said captain. That feels very good to me.
Oh, don't make that a habit.
All right, crew. I mean, let's get beds in. Let's do the sails. Let's help everyone else on the ship. There's got to be a captain's quarters,
the
right?
passengers and
Oh shit, yeah. Check for passengers. If there's any, oh my god, imagine if there's already treasure on board. We don't even have to do this.
You
That'd
don't
be
want
great.
more treasure. You just want to stick with what we got.
No, yeah, you're right. I'm getting too excited. Yes, I do. We do, but we have to port a course, right? We has to be somewhere where we're going. There has to be a point to the travels, to the adventures.
How about we check the ship first, and then when we know how much food there is and all of that, we figure out where we're gonna try to go.
we
Okay,
could just
sure.
sail out into the open water with a stolen ship. We should take stock of what we have.
Okay, yeah, sure. No, you're right. We should, and I am gonna check the captain's quarters, make sure it's clean, and that's just what I'm gonna do. That's just a normal thing to do. I'm just gonna go do that.
Okay. So, peering through the captain's quarters, it's cleaner than the rest of the ship. Not a very high bar, though. Like what should be a hanging bed, where somebody would have their cot, is instead just a sheet laid down on the floor in the room. And it's clean, it's nice. When you see all of the other bedding that is just like broken chains and bits where you're pretty sure if you lay down in that bed, it's going down with you in it.
Okay. Well, I've stopped on worse, so take the good with the bad, take the good with the bad, take the good with the bad, take the good with the bad. All right.
Speaking
Is there any
of-
like mats or anything around the room?
Yeah, so speaking of good with the bad, you do find in the captain's quarters 5 custom-made bullets that will fit your flintlock pistol.
Fuck, shit. I have to make sure if these are valuable or if they do anything. Look too delicious just to be normal. Okay, all right. Put them in a small pouch. He ties them to his belt. All
Okay.
right, ask someone about the bullets.
Ask someone about the bullets. In
Write
addition to
that
the
down.
bullets, you do find a piece of parchment that has several islands circled, and one that just says beach vacation ?
Phenomenal.
Oh God.
Right, well, I feel like the beach vacation has to be the penultimate destination that we reach, because you can't have the beach episode in the first one. That has to be later, I feel. Do I know where we are?
You do know that you are in the port of Andalani, which is marked on the map,
Delicious.
thankfully. Most of the destinations that are circled are to the northeast. There is one destination circled to the southwest that's labeled Goblin Fortress, do not enter, and then a bunch of little mouths circling around it.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, this should really be a crew decision. Wrap it up and then run back outside.
All right, so while Bailey explores the captain's quarters, what's everybody else up to?
I'd like to.
You go. I think I'm gonna take Nanette to try and find the food.
That's
Okay.
a good plan.
She knows.
Yeah.
All right, so as you make your way through the ship and end up in the lower decks, you do find the food storage. There are 6 barrels, 3 of which are currently full of fresh water, and enough hardtack to last you probably 2 weeks at sea, assuming nothing horrendous happens. But there's nothing fresh. There's no fruit. There's no fresh coffee. There's no good new meat. Everything is just preserved.
Well, who stocked this place?
Well, they left the boat untied, so I'm not sure. This looks a bit like a single man's kind of shopping list.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I'll buy that. We're gonna have to get coffee at some point, though.
Like this is the pirate version of ramen noodles.
Yeah, essentially. And you can see where fresher food would be kept, but to be at this depth of food, they arrived here a few weeks into a voyage.
I'm guessing they were probably going to restock while they were here.
Yeah, and I don't think we can go back. So
You might be a little suspicious if we decided to go shopping and then carry everything back here.
I can probably fish us something, but we need to buy. And I don't know if everyone has money in this ship, which is another good question.
Lots of questions to kick everything off.
I honestly don't think our captain has any money, so we're gonna have to figure it out.
Completely destitute, like has never seen gold in his life.
All right. So, Nick and Zora, what are you two up to?
Nick is, and Zora is welcome to come with if you want, or unless you had your own thing. But Nick is going to wander the ship, find any closed door, and kick it open, armed and searching for potential guests on board.
Okay. As you make your way around the ship, there are a surprising number of doors in this space. And the mid-decks yield no results. As you get to the lower decks, you start to hear scuttling behind one of the doors as you walk closer, having kicked open 2 prior doors.
Is Zora with me, or am I alone?
Zora would have probably immediately started to try to fix every location because she's a sailor.
Got it.
But if you shout, she will come. Like they'll haul ass to you.
Less of a shout, more like a.
You're right.
Somebody's moving around in there.
Oh fuck no. All right. 2 seconds, and I think she has a really big hammer that she carries. I put it as a thunder mace in Foundry, but it is a really big hammer for her purposes. And she just kind of like takes it out and like swings it around and like braces herself behind you.
Well, based on the look of this ship, I'm not quite terribly too worried about what's behind this door. Coming in, and I bang the door open.
All right, so smashing the door open, you see a quick shift as a couple sacks are pulled in front of someone, and much like every child ever trying to hide from the boogeyman, you see a small face just like peek up over the sacks before ducking back down again.
Oh man, I totally thought someone was in here. Must be mistaken. Can't believe my ears are playing tricks on me, Zora. I thought I hadn't been that old yet.
I don't know what you mean. There's someone right there behind those fucking sacks. Do you see him?
Oh, let me play with him.
Are you
All
decent?
right, fine. And I cocked my gun and pointed at the sacks. You never
just
let
hear-
me play anymore.
I'm sorry. I didn't know if they were doing a thing. Next time, please tell me. Like, do like a wink. It's like I know we're doing like a thing together.
All right,
You know,
all
like. Sorry.
And you just hear, no guns, please, no. And walks out holding up a couple of the sacks, and you can see like grain dripping around out the bottom.
Oh, so you're decent. You're just a thief.
Just hungry. I mean, that frogman left, and I thought he'd have some good food, but I didn't think. I'm sorry, I'm on your ship.
You need to talk to Nanette. Nanette knows what she's doing in the kitchen. You need to talk to her.
Yeah, presuming you want a job on the ship, which I'm assuming you do since you've got our grain.
You got to pay for it, you know.
I'll work for food. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but like, what are you good at? Because you look kind of, I don't know,
I'm good at. Well, I was gonna say I'm good at hiding, but apparently not that good. Or you're really good at seeing, and I'm still okay at hiding. Because you didn't see me. You're both just.
See, this is, you got to explain to him you're doing a thing too. He don't understand, you know. He thinks now you can't see. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it just comes right back around.
The games are for me, not for them. Look, all right. So, little one, I don't know. What's your name?
I'm Ted.
Ted. Good pirate name. You didn't work for the previous crew then?
What? Are you not the crew?
Well, now, wanna go meet your new captain?
Can I bring this? And just like hugs the little bag of grain.
Don't
Is that
let
like-
any more of it fall out.
Is it like safety grain? Why you need that?
I can eat it.
I think it's his bargaining chip.
He's going to offer the captain his own grain. I don't understand. How is that?
We're not gonna kill you. Just, not unless you do something we don't like.
Okay, I mean, I probably won't. I get in trouble sometimes, but it's usually because I'm hungry. I do a lot of dumb things when I'm hungry, and you get in that moment, and then there's food and there's people watching. But you don't care if there's people watching. You just want to like shove a peach in your mouth, and then they catch you, and then you're all sticky and it's all running down your face, and they're like, "We know you ate that peach," but
Yeah, it's kind of like when you were hiding. Look, I don't particularly feel like killing anybody right now, and you don't seem particularly worth this bullet. So if you don't mind, scurry along, meet your new captain, and find a job to settle in the kitchen. Galley's
Okay.
waiting for you.
I'll go find Captain Nanette and see about the kitchen and what's next.
Oh, no, Captain Nanette, I don't know who that is, and I don't care to. That's not your captain. Captain Bailey, sweet. Looks too sweet to be a captain. Nice for crooked ears. Topside, looks a little nervous, so be nice. Or
Okay.
else. Okay?
Okay.
Good.
Whatever
Just
you
kinda
do,
like-
don't suggest that he's nervous though, because he don't like that either.
No, don't bring it up.
You need to act like like you haven't like met anybody like this brilliant in your life, right? And you need to like reassure him and maybe don't make eye contact, like not because he's scary or nothing, just like so he feels like really important.
No, prolonged eye contact's like a threat,
Right.
Don't do
Especially
that.
for Bobcat,
Yeah.
It's just better safe than sorry.
This poor kid is gonna immediately mess all of that up.
I know. I'm so excited.
Too many instructions.
Yeah, so Bailey, as you're making your way out of the captain's quarters, you feel a small tug at the back of your coat. Excuse me, Mr. nervous cat man. I was supposed to come find you and get a job. And just like locks eyes, dead stares at you.
There's just a very long silence as Bailey gets very on edge very quickly. Why the fuck is this kid staring at me so much? Like, kind of like goes, kind of like slowly edges down so they're like met at eye level. Why are you on the ship? Are you part of my crew?
Maybe. The gun lady and the hammer person said to come see you, or I couldn't have food and I was gonna get shot.
Okay, so we're that type of crew. All right. Well, I mean, I don't really have a. I don't really want to shoot you. And we are looks out over the side of the deck, quite far away from land.
Yeah. Even just steady waves. You're now close to 300 feet from dock.
How good are you at swimming?
It's not my best. I know you can do this, and mimics doggy paddling.
Don't ever doggy paddle in front of me. I will lose my damn mind. It's kitten paddle, first of all. Not doggy paddle. How dare you do that? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. What's your name?
I'm Tad.
Hi, Tad. It's nice to meet you. I'm fucking Captain Bailey. Yeah, we love that. What are you good at? Do you know how to sail?
I know how to get on a ship. Does that count?
Hey, listen, if we're talking about this crew, then 90% of it is just getting onto the ship. Then, yeah, you're going to fit right in. Okay, why are you here?
Well, the frogman left, and I thought that there'd be food, so I snuck on. But then I wasn't as good at hiding as they were at seeing, so... And now I'm talking to you. And, like, holds the little bag of grain as an offering.
Do you know the food?
I mean, I have some food, but I want
Is anyone
more
waiting
food.
for you back home?
No.
Yeah, welcome aboard. Absolutely, you can be part of the crew. So that's fine. Sure. Listen, Tad, let's... Listen, it's been a long day for you, I'm sure. Let's just get you situated somewhere. Yeah, come. Let's meet everyone else. Come with me.
Okay. Yeah, this is great. This is the longest hour I've stayed up.
What time is it? And I am going to use my cantrip time sense, where I know I have a perfect sense of time, and I know down to the second.
You know, down to the second.
Down to the second, exactly what time it is. What time is it?
All right. It is 2:41:19 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, it is about 20 past 2, so yeah, that makes sense. It is pretty late. Let's find you a bed. You know, wander down into the. Actually, gotta be a bell, right? It's gotta be a bell on this boat. It could be like a bell. Starts ringing the like masts. We're being attacked bell. We're not being attacked, though. We're not being attacked. I want everyone to know we're not being attacked. As soon as you hear my voice, know that we're not being attacked. Just come onto the deck of the ship, please.
It's probably fine. I don't think he knows to ring the bell when we're being attacked. So it's probably just he probably just wants something.
Yeah. Just grumbling. You hear this kind of like low, like, and like the grinding of her teeth as she's like,
we could find you something to fight.
beleaguered.
For Z is more like the town bell, so they just go chilling. They have no idea.
We'll stop ringing. Does everyone come on board? Or do most people come on board?
Yeah, I'm coming up.
Okay. welcome all of us. I know we haven't been here very long, but welcome all of us to our new crew of the, what is this ship called? The
The Hellborn.
Hellborn. Welcome all of us to the new crew of the Hellborn. The name is written on that wall. I think we can change it, but we'll figure that out later. For now, we will be the Hellborn. We have first of all, we need roles, and we have a new crew member here. Everyone give a round of applause for our new crew member, Tad.
Yay.
How you doing, Dad?
You're doing very good. So Tad is gonna be. Every ship needs a scrappy little guy. So Tad is going to be our scrappy little guy on this ship and just be the one who's going to get into hijinks. He's going to do some pranks. It's going to be very harmless, very fun. And that is Tad's role. Okay. Yes.
Have you talked to him for an extended period of time? Because he's right trash at hiding. I'm just saying.
That is a problem. You are going to have to get better at hiding, unfortunately. But I can teach you some stuff about hiding. I'm not very good at it, but I can teach you some stuff. Okay. So, I also actually, we've all had, has everyone had a look around the ship? Annette, I know that you have yet to really have a proper look around, but are people kind of situated with the ship yet? Because did anyone find anything, mainly?
I found Tad.
And some grain as well.
Good.
Yeah, we found some food. There's nothing fresh. A lot of hardtack. That's it.
That's fine. That rules, actually. That's way more than I thought.
There's also boots. If you need some boots, there's like 4 pairs of various...
Yes, I would love
legless
boots.
And footless boots.
That would be legless and footless boots.
Yeah,
like no sole in the bottom of them?
No, like they should have feet in them and legs. But there's none.
We're already here with a ship talk, and I'm a bit behind, but I'm catching up. I appreciate your input, Zora. You are far greater than I could ever be. Okay, team. All right, team. On my little run around inside the captain's chambers, this place, the previous assumption this place is pretty fucked, pardon my language, Tad, is true. The captain's quarters, for one, is like someone sleeping on that bed away from fully like going off the ship. I'm not super bothered about why yet, because I'm sure that it's fine and it's none of our business anymore. If there's another crew that starts attacking us, we can just be like, hey, what's up? We're a different crew. We stole the ship. And they'll be like, okay. And then leave, hopefully.
Sound logic.
Yeah, ever the hopeful. However, I did find this. Pulls out the map. Found this map of neighboring islands. Right. So we have this Goblin Fortress. Don't super want to go there right now. I found our port that we were in. This is just labeled beach vacation, which sounds very fun, but we don't really need a vacation yet. We've only just started. We'll get that when we need to bond, really. After we have, I'm thinking after like the Act 2 peak of our adventure, we can go on this beach vacation and we can all have like a little chinwag before we go into the big, the thing that's going to get us all of our millions and millions and riches and whatever we end up doing. Is there anywhere that people want to go? Does anyone know? Again, do we have more than 2 people on our crew of 10 that know how to sail a ship?
I have no idea how to sail, but I can give it a look at the map and try to guess where we can get with our 2 weeks of hardtack.
Perfect. Okay. So that sounds to me like a navigator. Do you want to be the navigator? Do you have like a ship's role in mind? Does anyone have a ship's role that they want to do? Because like, what kind of, this is a dream situation for anyone. So if anyone's like, I want to be this, then yeah, let's go for
What's
it.
your dream job?
What's your dream job on a ship?
I thought your friend was the navigator. I could be the lookout. I'm not sure if I want that responsibility. It's the
Hey, listen.
first time I leave my village, and this sounds like a big job.
I can navigate.
All right, Nick, you're the navigator, and you know what, Z? I appreciate your honesty. That is going to go really far in this crew. Okay, does anyone else have any other jobs? Of course, Captain is taken. We have a quartermaster. Actually, no, because they wouldn't have. All right, I'm just gonna sound off some random titles for people. Merkel, I want you to be the gunner because you have that big gun anyway, so it just seems like it'll be a perfect fit for you. Burden, I want you to be the quartermaster, hun, because I mean that just feels like you'd be a really good quartermaster. Pacer, I want you to be the medic because I mean, come on, you're always healing me up. And then Katsu and Wusa. I mean, Wusa, you could be the inventor, but I don't know if ships have an inventor. But you could be a ship's inventor. We can invent that role just for you right now. Katsu, would you want to be? Points to Katsu, which is the hedge wizard. NPC.
Wasu.
Wasu. Sorry,
Wasu.
my handwriting is bad.
No, you're good. So Musa will speak up and say, I mean, I'm an inventor, but I'm also a carpenter, and it looks like, and just gestures at the main mast.
This is why we are calling our own roles. That is great. Carpenter of the ship is brilliant, and we can all help carpent the ship at the minute until the ship's looking all dandy. That's brilliant. Wazoo, what do you want to be?
I'm pretty good at reading maps, and I can tell you that direction's north.
Hell yeah. Is that not what the navigator does?
I don't know much about the ocean. I'm used to, like, following maps on trails, so if anybody is an ocean navigator...
Be an ocean navigator. Okay, so we have two navigators, an ocean navigator and a normal everyday navigator. I like it. I'm into it. That sounds fun. I mean, we need someone when we're going to be hopping off, and we need someone to watch the ocean. I think that's killer. Okay.
Is anybody trained in survival?
I think I am.
I think I
That's
might be too.
Plus 11.
Yeah, I'm trained in survival.
Yeah, I am too.
So anybody who's trained in survival, go ahead and make a survival check for Wasu's directions.
Please have them be utter trash.
I rolled
15.
a 2 for a
18.
13.
18.
18. All right. So, Nick, as you see Bailey nodding along with what Wasu's saying, you're positive that that's southwest that Wasu is pointing out?
Yeah. Wasu, just 1 second. One little quick question. And I throw an arm around him. The sun, when it goes down, that's, what do you call that?
That's east,
All right.
right?
And, where we just came from, could you just roughly point to that on this map here?
Yeah, it's right there. And she does point to Andalani, but to be fair, it is labeled.
Ah, right.
There we go. Great. Point to Andalani. Go on, Nick. You finish. You have a bit. I'm gonna enjoy. Bailey steps back a bit and is overhearing, but is ah.
Right. Don't you think there's something better you might be suited for? Something maybe you would enjoy more?
I mean, I know a little bit about religion, and I can give somebody a good bop with a shield. I might even be able to... maybe I can help with reinforcing the ship. I've done a fair bit of forging.
There we go. That's creative thinking. Give me that map. God. Step away.
So we have the carpenter, and now you want to be a blacksmith or the smith for the ship, or like
Well, yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
Carpenter, you're gonna need nails and you're gonna need hammers and.
you need nails. It's
I
gonna need
didn't see any
reinforcing.
of that stuff.
You're gonna need cannonballs so that Melkil can shoot those cannons far. Love that. That's a great energy to have.
And you see
All right.
Melkil go like sheet white as she's like, I'd rather make the cannonballs myself.
You can absolutely make the cannonballs yourself. Why don't we have like a shared you know what? You can do it. You know, you can discuss it amongst yourself. Why? If you don't want to make cannonballs, then Melkil, you can just make the cannonballs. If you both want to do it, teamwork cannonballs. That sounds great. Double the cannonballs, maybe. Melkil, you can make the interesting ones, and you can make just like the cannonballs, the iron ones.
And Melkil kind of like scritches at you to lean down. It's like, so if they're not made right, it'll blow up the cannon, and that might, hurt the ship and put holes in it.
Okay, I appreciate you telling me. This is what teamwork is all about. Okay, change of plan. Why is it you're just going to be building the ship stuff, and we're actually just going to leave it to Melkil. Melkil's just going to be making the cannonballs. All right. Zora, Nanette, what would we like to do?
I mean, I can do all the sailing. I can make sure that the sails are where they need to be. You can give me someone to assist me in getting things rigged up in case I get, overwhelmed or too busy, which doesn't usually happen, but, And then, like, obviously fighting. I mean, if I can't fight, then I'm going to just,
Yeah, no, we're gonna be doing stuff together. I can't step foot on land without you. I'm like Davy Jones, and you are my water. That's what Davy Jones has, right? Because you can't step on land. It's a poor metaphor.
True.
I'm still. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
I get
Okay, rules. I appreciate you. Thanks so much. I'm so glad you're here. Honestly, I didn't think you were gonna come. Nanette, what would we like to do?
Well, let's see. I'm pretty good at taking care of people because I've got, she starts like counting on her fingers, 20-something years of experience doing it.
Yes. No, we love a background in caring for people.
Let's see. I'm also good at beating people up because, I ran a tavern for 20 years.
That's true.
Oh my god, I used to be a bouncer.
We are going to be such good friends.
Such good friends, Nanette.
It's
Oh my
gonna
god.
work. It's gonna work. I'm so glad that we're bringing people together.
Let's see. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, if you wanna look after people, or if you like looking after people. Did you have a cook in the tavern? I mean, we need a team.
I mean, I did a little bit of everything, so I guess I can cook. I can, maybe somebody else can like clean because I don't like doing that.
Yeah, no one likes doing that. That's true. I think cleaning will be a team effort after we've all had dinner. After we've all sat down for dinner, we'll all go and we'll clean up, and then we'll go back to our ship duties. The ship can be left alone. We're on the ocean. We're not gonna hit anything.
Tad will tug at your coat and just be like, I can clean. I'm pretty good at that.
I was gonna ask if Tad wanted to learn how to like scrub dishes and stuff.
So it turns out when you steal food, you got to clean up after yourself, and I got lots of skills in cleaning.
I'm super into it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can you can be like Nanette, if that's okay, you could just like kind of tell Tad what to do, and he'll clean up, and then you can do whenever you feel like you want to do something, you can do that.
How tall is Tad?
Tad is 3'7".
Perfect. Nanette like wraps an arm around his neck and kind of ruffles his head and is like, "This is gonna be great."
This is going to be so great. Gang, I think we're going to do something really special with this crew.
I would also recommend Tad to find a good hiding place since he's gonna have a lot of time in the kitchen. Just in case we get attacked or something. I don't want the kid out here.
That's a great idea. Yeah, maybe in building the extra little bits, we could just have a little hidey hole for Tad.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Can I have like a peeky slider so I can see who it is?
I would love for that. Absolutely, you can. All right, crew. The first ever meeting of the Hellborn is, unless anyone has anything else to say. Does anyone have anything else to say? The first meeting of the Hellborn is adjourned. Ding, 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 ding.
Well
As
done,
you-
Captain. Well done.
I am like so excited about this. This is it. This is the moment. This is what we've been waiting for. This is it.
This is it. And as you
This is
ding,
it.
ding, ding, you hear a responding ringing bell coming from the dock. And that's where we're going to take a brief break. So, take a minute, get a drink. We will be back here in just about 3 minutes. Thank you
Yeek.
for hanging out with us.
seven seas and the gales.
Not doing that again. Forgot to shut that off. All right, so I realized I forgot to explain how the Streamloots cards work. So, our game is powered by Streamloots cards. You can pick up a pack to do one of two things. One pack of cards will let you choose a destination that will appear on the mystical map that is currently in Nick's hands. The other pack will allow you to do some different shenanigans during combat, like give monsters the elite status for a round, or, give our players a level randomly.
For a round or permanently a level?
Permanently a level.
Whoa, dang. Okay.
So,
I get engaged tomorrow. I'm about to bankroll us, gang.
depending on chat's generosity, you could end this at 20th level. And I have tools for
Shoot.
shenanigans.
Guys, we need you. We need you.
Yes.
Please. Oh my
And
god.
as a note, proceeds from the sales of Streamloots packs goes directly to the folks that you see on our screen. So everything will be divided out, and y'all are doing wonderful. It said something like 350 packs have been purchased in the last 15 days, which is insane.
That is mad.
So, with that, the bell rings, and Bailey, your eyes are drawn to an overly large green figure in the distance. Little more than a big green dot at this point, but popping up and down as the ringing continues, until a small sloop begins to pull away from the dock, seemingly giving pursuit.
Do we think we should go faster?
I would love it if we did. All right, team. I guess first crew ordered. Let's get this baby moving.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Okay, everyone grab something.
I grabbed
And
Ted.
Z is gonna start running to like anywhere that's closest to the port, kind of thing. The part of the ship that it's closest to port.
Okay.
And she is going to like take a deep breath and stomp in the ground, and she's gonna cast Sea Surge, which is gonna give us 120 feet. Like a wave just rises from the ocean and starts pushing the ship for 120 feet.
Nanette grabs Tad with both hands.
Okay. All right. So you cast Sea Surge as your action in this moment. Are we unfurling the sails, or are we relying on the movement of the ocean?
Seeing that we are in pursuit, I think Zora would definitely unfurl the sails to get as far away as quickly as possible.
Okay. So Pacer will assist you in going about, and he doesn't have a ton of knowledge, but as you point out what you're doing to unfurl the sails, he will move along to assist. And you quickly have which sails would you like to unfurl? You have the rear sail above the wheel. You have the mid-deck sail or the front deck sail.
Which way is the wind blowing?
The wind is currently to port of the ship, so you would have to tack the sails towards port to get wind.
Let's go with the back and the middle sail, I think, would be the two
Okay.
that she'd start with.
Okay. So Nanette has Tad. Are you taking him anywhere or just...
I think I'm going to usher him down below,
Okay.
just so that he is both out of the way and safe.
That's fair. All right. And then Nick and Captain Bailey, what are your ship actions in this moment?
I'm running up to the wheel.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a look at that map and see if I can find a direction that looks like it might be favorable for us, so that I can steer the captain.
Okay. So, looking over the map, there are 3 destinations that are labeled that would take you away from the port of Andalani.
Mm-hmm.
One is labeled Soothing Spa. Another is the Underwater Vault.
Mm-hmm.
And the last is Goblins ?
Let's go with Underwater Vault. Let's try to head in that direction, maybe.
Okay. So, collectively, can you choose one party member to roll a D100 for me?
Ooh.
You want to roll, Captain?
I mean, if it's a team decision, then sure. If the team says the captain should roll the first roll,
You got us here.
Yeah.
hey, listen, good or bad outcome, I did get us in.
This is on you.
You got us into this mess.
That is an 87.
An
Okay.
87. Okay.
87 is pretty high.
It is pretty high. So, as the group of you scurry about the ship, making way, and it's not terribly familiar, but it's easy enough getting the sails going, and with the influx of magic, the ship pushes away as you see the sloop sink into the distance. Given about half an hour of sailing, Nick, you're pretty sure you're close to where the underwater vault is, and you don't see any signs of the sloop in the distance.
Oh, it's pretty sharp sailing. But I did sort of direct us towards, what looks like it could be promising. We did get on board the ship for treasure, I hope, and not because you just had a whim.
I mean, both of those things could be true at the same time.
As I expect. Underwater treasure sounds like an adventure, doesn't it?
Sounds like an amazing one.
All right, good, because that's where we are.
Ah! Are we like pulling over the ship? Like we're on top of it? This underwater vault?
Well,
Yeah, so you would have to pop over the edge if you're going to find anything.
Alright.
If they tell me where we're going, I'm gonna hop in the crow's nest and be looking to see if I see like a darker shadow in the water, anything that would signify that there's something.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Same roll again, 13.
13. So, as you're moving about and you hear Nick shouting directions. You make your way up to the crow's nest and start to watch as you see several areas where you're pretty sure there's something, and then you see a fin crest through the water as a shark goes by. After about another 15 minutes, you do see a darker spot in the ocean. Just so happens to be about 50 yards behind your ship.
Is it moving? Or is it
Nope.
steady? Okay.
It is steadily in place. It was just with the movement and animals in the ocean. It's enough of a distraction that you notice it once you have already passed your turn.
Okay. I'm new at this. I don't mind. I'm gonna yell down like instructions to kind of like go around and
Good spotting,
Go
Z. Appreciate you seeing it before we left it.
sure, I was on top of it the whole time.
Oh, I believe you. And you don't hear a hint of irony in Pat Bailey's voice when he says, I believe you. Whips the wheel around so then the whole ship.
Yeah, it's easy enough to do, especially with Zora's knowledge and being able to tack the sails appropriately. You can
I think we'll hit. We won't do like, because with the ship it will have to be like this big U-turn, and then like it'll have to be circling a few times before we hit it. I think Bailey will go get to close enough, and then do we have a rowboat?
You do not see an intact rowboat attached to this ship.
Shit. All right. All right, maybe we do just keep going round until we get right on top of it then. All
How
right.
long are you going to let Captain Bailey just sail in a circle around this one spot?
So I'm becoming a bit concerned because, Captain, it does say underwater, and we're decidedly above water. So I'm wondering if maybe we just need to go on in.
Yeah, I guess Z's with us. Z can help, right? They're like a water thing. They do stuff with water. That's correct. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Hey, weigh anchor! And then yells to weigh anchor. Up the sails! Yells commands so that we're like, close to it.
Yeah, you managed to stop reasonably close enough that as the water sways, you both are and aren't touching the darkest parts of the water from the shadow underneath.
All right then. Let's go. Zora, obviously with me. Nick, of course, honey. We gotta be doing this together. Nanette, I'm kind of feeling a bit peckish, so I feel like you can probably come. And also, I need that tavern brawler like owner strength with us. And Z, we all need to breathe. So I'm thinking, bam, 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 bam. Everyone else, just keep hold of the ship. Make sure nothing gets us. If something is coming, ring that bell as loud as you can.
You got it. And Tad will give you a little salute.
You my little guy. You're in charge.
There is a problem with the plan, and is that I can only make 3 people breathe underwater.
I don't mean to sound like pig-headed, but but I once got waterboarded. I'm really good at holding my breath. I have the cantrip deep breath. I have kind of in my mind that Bailey doesn't really understand any of their magic, and most of their cantrips they just think are just things they picked up from being alive and keep getting into scraps. So I'm really good at holding my breath. So I think I'll be fine. And
You
then
got beat up that one time, so you learned to hold your breath.
Yeah, those people tried to drown me and it didn't work. So I can hold my breath for, I think last time I counted was about 10 minutes. So I think I'll be fine. And then that's 3. So we need one other person who can breathe underwater or who can hold their breath really well.
I mean, I suppose I can. I don't know exactly how long, but I can try.
So
I mean,
you can hold your breath for a number of rounds equal to 5 plus your Constitution modifier.
Okay.
Okay, can I upcast any of my spells here, right?
Let me
Just
double
kidding,
check.
I can't hold my breath for shit.
If I can
Just remember.
upcast, I could make us breathe like for the 4 of us, but I wouldn't be able to use many of my spells. Like that would be my level 1s and level 2s.
Unfortunately, without having prepared the elevated version of this spell, there is no option to upcast except for Bailey, who has signature spells that he can upcast whenever they feel like it.
Mm. How far below does it look? Is it like
From
completely
here?
like just darkness? We can't even see like a glimmer of light or anything?
You don't see any kind of reflection. You just see that it is a darker section of water. If you would like to be the most anti-cat thing ever and jump in the water, you can take a
Yeah.
peek.
Yeah, I think I'll die.
How
listen.
about you let me do that?
Hey, that's a grand idea. We can do that. I mean, can you breathe underwater? Are you good for that?
I can swim very good.
Okay. Yeah, that
And
works.
I
Go for it.
will, just in case, tie a rope to my
Oh, yeah, we
waist.
should all have anchors. That's a good point.
That's good.
Well, it's just in case a big ass, I don't know, kraken comes out of the water and tries to eat me or something.
All right. Forgot the Krakens existed. Okay.
I
that's
wouldn't
fine.
do that episode 1.
Just not going to think about it.
Okay. And I'm just gonna like jump from the side of the ship and look. I'm gonna go like, I don't know, 6 feet deep or 5 feet deep and just look around.
Okay. So, as soon as you break the surface, that's really what's screwing up the visuals here, is because the ocean is actively moving, it sways what could be 50 feet, what could be 100 feet.
Mm.
You are pretty sure that the building you're looking at, you see an entryway, and it is a whole building underwater. There is an entryway about 60 feet ahead of you.
And how deep?
60 feet down.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna climb back up and tell them, like, there's a building, there's actually a thing there, and it's about 60 feet down. So if we bring weights with us, we can probably get down really fast.
Okay. Sure. Who can hold their breath really good out of you four?
It got like 8 minutes.
Oh, killer. Okay. Sick. 8 minutes. Then Z, do you want to cast your cool magics on Nanette, Nick, and yourself? Then I'll just hold my breath. Rather, me and Zora will just hold our breath, and then we can all dive underwater. or try to get there.
I'm
at least.
gonna join the hold our breath thing just to have one left, just in case,
Okay, sure.
because I can hold it for 7 minutes. So
Just to clarify, holding it is for rounds, not minutes.
Oh.
So it's 6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Yes, it is. It is 5 plus your con mod rounds.
It's
of
less than a
combat.
minute each.
Yeah, each one is
So-
6 seconds.
We can try real hard, right?
So just kidding.
I can barely breathe.
Okay.
I can breathe. I can hold my breath for 10 minutes, but that's because I have magic.
As
letting me
an
do
as
it.
an example, for Zora, it is you can hold your breath for 8 rounds, so long as you don't take any damage underwater or try to speak.
Hmm.
And moving underwater is 10 feet per action, or you can spend an action to do an athletics check to attempt to move 15 feet for that action.
All right, and
You
it's
have
70 underwater, right?
Yeah, you have enough that you could get there in 2 rounds.
I mean, that seems good. I feel like that's a possibility. I'm feeling confident that we can do it. It won't take us very long. Just take us what's 12 seconds between friends? We can do that.
And then what?
Then we get to the oh yeah. Maybe there's an air bubble. It's a building. Tell you what. I definitely can hold my breath for a very long time. And you have cool magic. We could send like a scout party to go and see if there's an air bubble in there.
DM, a question.
Yep.
Swimming here is half speed.
Swimming here is 10 feet per action unless you have a swim speed.
Okay. So that means if we get down there in 2 rounds, it would take us 6 rounds to get back.
Nope.
So that's 8.
So if it's 2 rounds down, it's 2 rounds back up. So in theory, so long as nothing happens as soon as you break the surface of the water, you can get there and back before you're counting on your con mod rounds.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So how about we try to get there without spells, just in case.
And we just use the spells as a as like a last
Safety
resort.
measure, yeah. Because if
Yeah.
someone speaks or something, I just don't want to see anyone drown. It's not pretty.
No, I appreciate it. That's good. That's a good instinct to have. That's a good instinct to have for our crow nest outlooker. Brilliant. Okay, sure. All right, gang. This is the first expedition for the Hellborn. All right, this is our first big mission. We don't know what's down there. We don't know what threats there are going to be, but there's nothing we cannot do if we stick together. All right? All right, let's put your hands in the middle.
All right.
Okay, we're going to 3, 2, 1, Hellborn. All right, we good? All right, 3, 2, 1, Hellborn.
Hellborn.
The energy isn't there yet, but we're going to get there. It's all right. and then we'll turn, take like a, but unknowingly cast deep breath, and then dive into the water.
I'm gonna
'Cause my
grab a
deep breath is just a
cannonball
Nice.
and jump with a cannonball.
Okay.
Zora just dives
It's
in,
him.
goes for it.
Let's go.
I'm going in.
Nanette does like this really graceful dive.
Nice.
So, let's get over to the underwater vault.
Swim, 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 swim.
swimming like my life depends on it.
We had to drown on our first episode.
Oh my
That
Like-
may happen.
That would actually be so funny.
Yeah, choices have been made.
No, this was the
Unironically-
shortest 5 weeks ever.
Would you like to
Yeah,
know what
I
my
would
constitution
unironically
modifier is?
Is it 0?
It's 0.
Great.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. So, you swim down until you see a building and a glass covering, setting up a small hallway with 2 sets of double doors.
Okay.
So
There's-
No, you go. You keep going.
There's small plants and a walkway, what looks like a man-made floating fortress.
Great.
Damn.
Very excited. So, is it glass topped with 2 doors?
The section that you are under on the map right now, yes, it is glass. It is a glass-topped, open
Oh,
side
we like
hallway.
swam under it.
Yes,
Oh,
unless
sick.
you would prefer not to. But
No, I was just making sure that's what was happening. Perfect. So can we get through these doors?
are you
Can I-
testing?
Can I
or
get up
asking?
to? Can I get up to one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is the set of doors here,
Mhm.
or the set of doors to the south. Which would you prefer?
Can we do 2 at once? Because
Yeah.
I can take the other set. And
Yeah.
I have underwater marauder, so when I kick and punch and use my weapons and
No
stuff,
shit.
I'm not it.
Good.
That's
That's
so
fantastic.
sick. That
You want
rules.
to take the back ones? I'll take the south ones. I'll take these.
Right.
Okay. Good.
All right. So, busting open those doors more than easily enough, you see to the south a small hallway that goes to what looks like a reinforced door. To the east, you see a very plain looking door. The brick walkway that's in this central area extends through this space, and glass sides cover this section of the tube. You start to hear a sucking noise as the water invades this space with the doors open.
So there was an air bubble there, and we just broke it, right?
Not fully broken yet. Can the south, these 2 hallways, can you like cross inside? Or do you have to go back out to go in?
So you would have to come back to this central space to go to one or the other.
Bailey is going to look, and their expression is very team decision.
Can the doors be closed? Like, as soon as the water starts coming in, can the doors be closed before we're completely drowned in water?
Yeah, reason you could shut the doors.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to shut one.
And it closes. One side closes easily enough.
Let's do the west side, then the left door. Let's go through it. You want to do that? Team cool?
Mhm.
Let's go. Because this one has the ordinary looking door, and there is nothing more suspicious than a completely ordinary looking door.
Agreed.
So get in, and then as everyone's getting through, he's going to try and shut the door on the other end.
Okay. before you move, Zora, are you closing the other door?
I'm gonna try.
Okay. Just checking.
Didn't
For
Z
research
shut the...
purposes. Yeah, so
thought-
Zora and Nick both opened a set of double doors. Z made sure that a door was capable of being shut.
Very good. Okay.
Right. Okay.
And how much water is in there?
The water in there sits about at your knees before you hear an odd mechanical sound as the water begins to flush out the bottom of the floor back into the ocean.
Well, that's weird.
Look at that. This is cool, gang. This feels like an actual adventure.
Feels like a place we die in, but I guess that's kind of.
We will die if you keep up with that attitude. Nick, look at me. We are not going to die. We cannot have that in our minds because that will kill us.
I agree. We won't be, dead, but we might be like captured. Because this place is kind of nice to just be abandoned.
Okay,
so...
I don't think we can manifest being captured, so I will allow that line of thinking. Death?
This was a little bit too easy, and a place like this shouldn't be that easy to get into, especially if it's called a vault.
It was kind of just like an open door.
Okay. Well, that's where the fun is.
Question,
Such a
DM.
cheeky definition of fun.
Yeah. Is there light inside, or we're just working on like the little light that it comes from the surface?
Right now you are working on the light from the surface.
Okay.
Oh, beans. I don't have
I
anything
don't
that
know.
can
Does it look
stop
like
that.
there are any torches or anything in here?
Within this space, no, it's pretty sparse. There are some plants growing that don't seem like they're supposed to be growing through the floors, but it's reinforced well enough that no water is seeping in.
Can I check the plants to see if they're like sea vegetation or their surface vegetation that ended up here?
They... Alright, go ahead and make a nature check for me.
I have herbalism knowledge.
Okay. Oh, you have lore herbalism?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 27.
Okay.
Sorry. 23.
So
Great.
these aren't plants that you're familiar with in terms of things that would grow naturally in the ocean. What they most remind you of is a seaweed leshy. However, they don't seem sentient. As you poke about one of the plants, a puff of air releases from one of the leaves.
What was that?
I don't
Do I
trust
have-
like that.
Like, anything happens? Or is just actual air?
You don't smell anything. It didn't seem to have any color, but you can definitely feel the foof as something comes out.
Okay.
Right. Well, it seems like a good sign. Maybe it's
Well,
just
like-
keeping this place aerated.
Yeah, I think the same. I still don't trust it because these are not common plants. These are weird plants.
Can I look around and see if I see any sign that anything that indicates this is actually a vault with treasure in it, locked doors, I don't know, a big X. Can I look for some sort of indication that it's here?
Okay. As you look around the space, there's nothing terribly striking in this hallway until you meander closer to the very plain looking door and see a shimmer as the wood surface seems to be hiding something underneath.
All right, I'm gonna go over there. Any, magic folks want to help me with this one?
Absolutely. Where are we going, my beautiful navigator? What do we need?
You see this door here? This door is funny. I don't like it. I think it's hiding something. You want to show me what's underneath, please?
Absolutely. I cast detect magic at the door.
Okay. You detect very strong illusion magic over this door.
Well, it's definitely an illusion.
I told you it was hiding something.
You are so smart.
All right, well, can I just open it, or do you need to...
I can get rid of the illusion just to see what it's really hiding, or we can just try to open it. Zora, you don't want to do that. You definitely want me to... Okay, all right.
I think Zora's right.
All right, crew. I'm going to cast my Dispel Magic on it.
Okay. So, easily enough done.
Beautiful.
You dispel the magic, showing that this is a plain wooden door. And, Nick, it's exactly what you're looking for. You see a thick steel vaulted door locked steadily in place.
All right. Thank you, darling. You've done well. I think it's Muscle's turn. You want to give me a hand with this? We can crack this open and have our treasure and be back on that crappy ship in no time. What do you say, Zora?
Can you imagine if you hadn't done that spell and we would have gone in there with wood breaking strength instead of steel plated strength?
Exactly. I would have pulled something.
It'd been fucked up.
It'd been really terrible.
That's why we are a great crew.
Zora, you hear this cacophony of cracking. Knuckles, toes, everything. Everything's getting cracked right now to work it out. And then I look over my shoulder. Hey, Nanette, we might need your fists in your feet and stuff because you're really strong, right? When it comes to punching.
Yeah, I can help with that.
Let's leave a hole in the middle for Nanette to come in, maybe.
Perfect.
All right.
Is your goal to collectively kick in this door rather than open the lock?
Let's just beat the shit out of this door.
Yeah.
I really think as a crew,
lock.
that's very funny for us all just to beat the fuck out of the door as our first mission.
Okay, so
if Zora sees that there's a lock, though, if there's an obvious lock, she'll try.
There is a lock built into the door that you can attempt to pick, or the three of you can make a strength roll and attempt to beat the door's DC collectively.
That sounds way funner.
I'm open to any option.
Can we do both?
Is anyone proficient with lockpicking?
No.
I think I have some sleight of hand, I think. Thievery I have.
I am untrained, but I do have some.
I have a little bit of thievery.
I'm trained in thievery. I'm pretty good at it.
That
but
makes sense.
Okay. So
personally,
thievery
The joy of just kicking open his fucking door in is so funny that I don't think Captain Bailey thinks of it even for a second. He's like, listen, my big strong team got it. I don't even need to worry.
So, if you are trained in thievery, you can attempt a check to open the door, or the three of you can collectively strength check, or unarmed strike check, we'll say, to beat up the
Interesting.
door.
Interesting that
I
you
will try to thievery.
You want a thievery? Okay, good.
Should have pulled open the door. I was 13.
Okay. So, as you're sitting there fiddling with the lock, yeah, it's really, really coming to you. Like, you can picture yourself kicking this door down. What a magical moment that would be.
Why am I fucking fiddling with this stupid little fucking lock?
Hey, Nick, look at me, hun. Look.
What?
Your hands are so good at so many things, but
I
it's the
know.
best at throwing people around. And I think what we
I
got to be
know.
doing is we got to be throwing this door around, hun. Because it's us, it's the crew. We got this, all right?
I know, I just don't like looking like I can't do things in front of the crew.
No, we all know that you can do anything. Here's the thing. Being vulnerable is not a bad or negative thing, because we are all learning each other and we're all learning together. I am going to cast Infectious Enthusiasm on Nick, giving a +1 to the attack roll, because it's an unarmed strike, right?
Yes.
So I get the Infectious Enthusiasm, and if someone watches me cast it, which I'm imagining it is Nick, in combat they can take an extra action, but I don't think that's relevant right now.
Okay. So, with Infectious Enthusiasm, Zora and Nanette will make a strength check. Nick, you will roll with Fortune and add the bonus from Captain Bailey.
Okay. And what is that bonus?
So it's a +1 bonus, and Fortune is essentially advantage for those unfamiliar.
Got
Ooh,
it.
delicious.
Perfect. All right. Phenomenal.
Delicious.
Yeah. That's a unnatural 20.
Okay. And what do we got for Nanette?
So how do I roll that? Just as a strike or as a?
Yep. Yeah, so it'll just be your strike.
Yeah, an unarmed strike.
Well, that was a pretty terrible roll. That's an
Dang
11.
it.
Okay.
Oh no.
So your roll is enough that the three of you start to bend and flex this door until suddenly, with just a huge shove, it slides forward and has an effect like somebody going down a slip and slide. As the door peters open and lands slamming into the back wall, as you see a small light ahead of you.
That's it, crew. Come on. That's what the
right.
Hellborn's all about.
I'm gonna be the last one in.
Okay. Yeah, you could go ahead and arrange yourself. Just wanted to make sure everybody could select their tokens as they see fit.
Oh yeah.
We'll definitely excitedly maybe not take first if people are like, we should go first, but we'll very confidently be walking around in this place.
Yeah, I think I also just sort of walk in without any.
Yeah, thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too phased, so I'm not
Oh,
too upset about just being near the front.
So,
I don't know where I am. Where am I?
You
Where's my
are
roll?
right here.
Oh, there I am.
Similar bricks line the floor of this almost moss overgrown hallway. A number of plants grow here, none of which are recognizable to you, Z. You can tell that they share a number of characteristics with the plant in the hallway based on your herbalism knowledge. But many of them shouldn't be plants. Leshy are normally thriving, living creatures. So it appears somebody has studied enough to capture the benefits that some Leshy may have in their heritage without the living quality, the soul quality to it.
Conscious. Okay.
Yes,
That's
thank you.
fun.
I couldn't think of that word. In this space, there are a number of lanterns that glow, radiating very bright white light, showing signs of technology that you're unfamiliar with. As you look at the door, you see where there are steel bars that appear to recede and pop out on their own, as though it is trying to relatch itself, despite being disconnected.
These lanterns, can they be taken off the wall? Or are they like metal fixtures?
As you go to remove one of these, there are long strands of wire that run into the walls.
Well, that's fun that I was able to take it off. So I imagine Bailey like, walks up and is like, fucking, yeah, oh, fucking, and then breaks it and is like, ah, shit. All right, well, I can't use this. And it just fucking drops it. Swings, still lit up, slightly sparking.
Yep.
All right.
If you need light, I'm gonna cast dancing light.
Hey! Yes! There we go. It's good to, told you it was good to be in the lookout here. Alright then, crew.
Strong teamwork.
This is it. So this thing in the core... First of all, is this fish thing in the corner? Yes. Is that there?
Yes. That is, everything you see on the map is there. And that fish thing is a very ornate glass-blown structure that has a living fish pool in the bottom.
Oh my god, is there fish in it?
There are fish in it.
Whoa. This is weird. There's the whole sea literally to their left. They decided to capture fish anyway. It's odd. Well.
Seems vain.
I mean, this whole place seems pretty vain. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Relieve them of their vanity, right?
That's a new motto. Writing that down. Relieve them of their vanity. This is canon. Bailey has a little notebook in their pocket that they pull out. Relieve them of their vanity. That's very good.
I wanna check the little pool aquarium thingy.
Okay.
Does it look maintained? Like, does it look clean? Does it look like the fish have been doing their own thing for a long time?
No, it's very clean. Like, in terms of a preserved tank of fish, like a dedicated tank where they're going to live, you reckon it probably would have been cleaned in the last day or two.
I'm gonna rely that to everyone. I think we're thinking that this place is empty or something, but I'm definitely not sure it is.
Well, best be a little quiet then.
Zora just like puts away her hammer.
Yeah,
say to be
Z's
quiet.
gonna look back to like the little corner of the metal door which is ripped out of the hinges. Yeah, quiet.
Seeing Zora put the hammer away, Bailey's like, "Well, keep the hammer, but we can be if we can sneak around with it quietly until we get caught. Because then when we're caught, it doesn't really matter, right?"
Oh no, once we're caught, it doesn't matter. But I just don't want to like clang it on anything or like break any of this fancy shit. I'm
You know,
kind of
that's a
big,
good instinct.
so I just don't want to like, be a problem until after,
You know,
of course.
Of course, that's it.
Until
That's why you're
after.
here. Great. No, wonderful. I love that. That's a good shout. I apologize for questioning your brilliance. These hinges that Z's looking at.
Yeah, so of note, there is another glass hallway that leads out into the ocean, and there is a lone chair sitting up against the stone wall, empty at the moment. Nick,
Yeah,
how you doing over there, buddy?
I'm stuck. How did you go? Where are you all?
Okay.
Oh,
I
sweet.
don't see anyone but myself. And I also don't see
Hello.
where I am either. Where are
We went
you?
down. We went down here.
Oh, I was like trying. Okay, thank you. I've been lost for so long.
Bobby.
Been so scared.
It's like Bailey writes down, relieve them of their vanity. Looks up, is like, where the fuck did she go?
We're all meditating while Nick is not
Yeah.
there.
Okay, well, we probably don't want to go outside.
Yeah. And can I send my lights down here to like this section? Just send them about 60 feet into that space.
So there is a small, about 5 foot wide, dusty carpet that leads through that glass tunnel. Again, just looking out into the ocean. This one notably doesn't have any doors to the outside. With your lights, you can see directly through to the other end, where there's another fish tank and a bright white light at the end. Ta-da!
It's more like
Alright.
I'm not gonna be the first one going there. So
It's okay. This is the captain's duty. We'll walk and look at the fish tank, and then I'm literally just gonna walk down as far as Bailey can, right up to it.
Okay. So, Bailey. Right as you get to about here in the tunnel,
Very good.
you start to hear a robotic voice. Great white. Octopus. Young squid. 12 centimeters. Announcing the animals that you can see swimming past the window.
Nice. That's very fun. Okay. Well, as long as it doesn't scream about a kraken, I think we're fine. Clearly, it knows what's on the outside.
It does. I will note this is the second time one of you has noticed signs of sharks in the area.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I'm aware. It's the ocean. Sharks are always there. It's fine.
That's fine.
I'm sure it's okay. Bailey continues walking down.
Okay.
Hey gang, there's like a cool thing in this hallway. It like reads out the fish.
Is it money?
It's no, but it's cool. It's on the way to money.
Maybe we could use it to make money.
You could have a show.
You can have a
We could
show.
open tours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send all of my dancing lights around Bailey just in case, but keeping my distance, my 60 feet distance.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Bailey is also going to be not crouching, but being sneaky. Like doing the thing where you're too excited to sneak, but is sneaking like a kid who's like walking down for Christmas is like trying to like, but is doing it too fast to be of any real, real stealth. So I'm happy to roll stealth with disadvantage if that's a thing that is needed to happen.
No, you're good.
Okay.
In the space that you're in, the voice is making more noise echoing than you are
brilliant.
going to. So you do come across another fish tank here, this time in the shape of an ocean sunfish.
Oh.
As well as several tables covered with alchemical and mechanical ingredients, and a shiny gold box on the central table.
I found gold!
I'm gonna come
This can't be good.
up closer to where Captain Bailey is.
Oh yeah, there's a hustle if there's gold.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm more just chasing him in because I'm like, oh, something bad's gonna happen.
It's gonna fucking die.
As soon as we see gold, well, you know, what exactly are we seeing here?
So, as Captain Bailey yells, "I see gold," and you come walking out, it is a rather small 2 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot chest that is constructed of gold, sitting on a central table between one that has mechanical parts and one that is covered with alchemical ingredients.
All right. I think it's safe to say that no one touches anything until we figure out exactly what this is.
Zora's hand slowly pulls away.
I was gonna say, your face has "I touch it."
Wasn't gonna touch anything.
No, of course not.
I'm just way back because I know something is going to explode.
I want to look at the not the you said there was an alchemical table, and what was the other?
The other one is a bunch of mechanical parts.
All right, I'm going to look at that part. I think I might have a better time over there. So I'm going to look at the mechanical parts.
So, going through the mechanical parts, you see a number of things that look like it would repair the lantern that Captain Bailey tore off the wall very unceremoniously. But also things where it doesn't look like much as you start to sort through the pieces, and then you blink, and it shifts from a pile of metal cylinders to what looks like a mostly finished robotic arm.
It did that on its own?
It's just the visual of, like, you ever walk up to something and it looks like the optical illusion, and then you take a minute and blink at it and you see what it really is.
I see what you mean. It didn't really move. I just got up close and saw it. Okay.
Yep.
But it's not like put together. It's kind of in pieces still.
Yeah, it's incomplete. It's laid out where you can see like the knuckle joints for the hand, and you can make out the pieces that would be the fingers, but they're not attached yet.
I have one more question for you.
Yep.
The base of this arm, like where the shoulder would be, does that look like someone's regular arm is meant to fit into?
Less that someone's arm is meant to fit into, and more it attaches like your bones attach in your shoulder.
Oh, okay. Well, we should leave that alone. What's going on at that, chemical table?
Bailey's weirdly smart, but I feel like is completely like the intelligence is foreshadowed by excitement. I don't know.
Is anybody
Nanette,
trained
you
in
know what's
craft?
happening with the table?
No.
No.
Damn, I was hoping like tavern and then alcohol. I was hoping there was a thing that no.
I can come in close and see if I recognize anything before my medicine background.
Okay. So,
Um,
with the medicine background, there are some things here that could, on their own, be used as part of a healer's kit, but they're few and far between compared to the other ingredients on the table that seem more concussive.
okay, but just relay the info and just keep an eye around. Just perking the ears to see if anyone's coming or whatever. It makes me anxious.
Yeah,
Same.
Can't hear anyone, but things are clean. So I'm wondering if someone just there's like a automated duster that is just very, very good because it's very quiet, and I would imagine that someone probably would have greeted us as we got in, or investigated
that's-
when we snapped the door.
Yeah, or that someone is asleep and we haven't wakened them yet.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's the second best case scenario. Okay, I am gonna pocket this. It does take the gold thing.
You're just
Puts it
taking the
in.
gold box.
Just taking it, putting it in a bag. How heavy is it?
It's about 10 pounds.
Oof, that's heavy, right?
Yeah. For a box this size, yeah, 10 pounds is a lot of
All right,
concentration.
I'm gonna open it. Just be like, listen, it's too heavy. I'm not carrying this all the way back yet. We have a whole place to investigate.
Yet. All right.
Yet.
So, Captain Bailey, you pop open the lid of the box and hear a high-pitched whine as red lights begin to flash in this space. And that's where we're going to pick up next week.
Oh,
So-
fucking hell, Bailey.
Oh boy. Oh, Bailey.
He had to do it. Like, that was
Yeah.
forcing.
What is that saying about curiosity doing something? To a cat, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got 9 lives.
Perfect.
Well, I think I probably have 1 or 2 left.
I was gonna say, how many do you have left though?
Yeah.
Going now.
Bailey doesn't seem like this is his first rodeo. They seem kind of experienced, but not necessarily like they've learned from the experiences.
I'm just
Zora
gonna
too?
say, I'm glad I'm
Yeah.
also a healer. That's it.
Yes.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Hey, why is there a big red button if no one's supposed to press it?
Exactly.
That's right.
So, thank you to everybody for joining us for this adventure in Fate of the Ocean, and we will be back next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for however long daylight savings time lasts. I'm pretty sure that's like November, right? I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
November. I think it's the day
Excellent.
after our time, yeah.
That's what I want to hear. All right, so we will be back next Tuesday. Thank you again for hanging out. And if you want to have a little bit of control in what happens and where the party goes next week, be sure to hit up those Streamloots cards.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
do
Yes.
that. Do
Have a hand
that.
in their
That
fate.
sounds so fun.
All right. Thank you. Good. I don't know why I'm waving. Nobody can see me, but bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye, my beautiful
Bye.
souls.